at 4 in the morning tomorrow, so I don't miss my flight. Going to Austin for who knows how long, and then going to Houston to visit a friend. And I was debating about whether to go to South by because first of all, it's just like it's time away from my business and time away from people I care about. But the other hand is, being an entrepreneur, I just always feel so lonely, and I just feel like no one understands sometimes everything that I go through. And recently, I've been really stressed out for several different reasons. But one of the manifestations of my stress has been, you know, as an entrepreneur, I always want to find like the most cost effective way to do things, and I always want to be very efficient, and I always want to be a maximizer. And I think being a maximizer has a lot of stress in my personality because I just everything I do, I just want to maximize it all. Um, I'll give you an example. My Stuart Weitzman 50/50 boots, the top of the boot started falling out. The suede is no longer stitched. And I was just so upset because for the amount I paid for those boots, I thought that those boots should last me like freaking 70 years, right? But they started falling apart, and I meant to go to the Stuart Weitzman store and bring them back and actually not demand, but like get a refund on the shoes because, I might as well buy them used if they're going to fall apart so quickly. But then I just never got around to going to the store within the 14 days. And then I got mad at myself asking why didn't I buy them from Nordstrom or Bloomingdale's where the return policy is like you can return them anytime and they'll take them, right? And I just got mad at myself for not making wise decisions and not maximizing everything. And then I just spent, like 10 minutes just being really frustrated with myself. Um, Another example is so today I went to, so after that I basically went to this tailor shop near my place and I asked the tailor lady to sew the shoes back on, and she did, but I mean I had to pay out of pocket for that. And I wanted to wear them on my trip, but I just felt so like I didn't maximize it. I should have bought them at Nordstrom, should have used like a Nordstrom card, got a discount, and then return them if they're gonna break on me, right? Um, and then the next thing that I was really upset about with myself today is that I have this Burberry coat that I bought like 4 years ago, no, longer, like 5 years ago. And I've never gotten it dry cleaned. And so I went to bring it to the dry cleaner today. So I drop it off at the dry cleaners, and then I come home and I read reviews on Yelp about the dry cleaner, and they only have 2.5 stars or 3 stars, which is not very high. And then I start freaking out because I think that this person is going to steal my coat. And this coat is like, it's one of those things that, I will never be able to find a replacement. And plus, if I wanted to find a replacement of this jacket, it would be a shit ton of money. Um, and I don't know, I read reviews of people like saying that their stuff got lost or stolen or their shirts, got lost. And I was just like so paranoid that somebody would take my jacket at this dry cleaner place because I've never used it before. And so right before the dry cleaner place closed, I went in there and I asked for my jacket back, and it was just, this decision was just so stressful because I was telling myself I was being irrational for thinking someone would steal my coat. But it's weird because I've gotten jackets stolen before, I've gotten mugged, I've gotten, things taken from me. And I think when those experiences happen to you and you have a really like valuable thing that means a lot to you, you don't want to just leave it with anybody. And so I think a lot of things like that have been stressing me out. I've been stressed out about whether to go, to this trip because it's so last minute, and I had other obligations I needed to do this weekend that I totally backed out of. Um, and I think for me, it's just like I want to be able to like meet the right people to help my business, but at the same time, I just have to learn how to let everything go, and not be a control freak and not try to maximize everything I do because it really stresses me out a lot of times. And um, I just think it's because, when you run a business, there's so many decisions you need to make, and sometimes you just get so sick of the decisions you need to make. For example, one of the decisions I had to make today was how am I going to get to the airport. And so there was like three options I was choosing between, or among. One was taking a hotel right near the airport so I could get another hour of sleep because I hate waking up at like 4 in the morning. So that was one option, is to get to a hotel near the airport and pay another like $150. Second option was to ask my dad to drive me to the airport, which I didn't want to do because you'd have to wake up early. Third option was to take the train to the airport, which would only be like $10 and save me a lot of money. Fourth option was to take Uber, and fifth option was to call a cab service. And so I eventually decided on the cab service one, which I would have to get up very early for that. But, it was just like such a stressful decision, even though it was like so easy. Like, how do you get to the airport? But it was so stressful. And, and yeah, it's just, it's a very stressful, not okay, it's a very easy decision that caused a lot of stress in my life because I wanted to maximize the situation, and that's what happened. And so yeah, I mean, I just feel like I not need a break, but I just need to like relax and calm down. And I think a lot of my I think, how do I put this? I think, people, they always want to be a success, and people want to be an entrepreneur and they want to be successful. And there's so many downsides and costs to it. And I think a lot of times when people are like entrepreneurs and they're obsessed about their business, they go crazy and they have to go to therapy. And, I think being a success in any field, or working in a field that takes a lot of craziness to be part of, really messes you up. Anything like even doing like finance or investment banking, or being a like being like some kind of really really good researcher, or being like a senior vice president at some really big company, or being a business owner, even a small business owner, or being, like a really like like top tier physician or whatever, like anything that's like really at the top of whatever and like takes a lot to get there, I think messes people up sometimes. And I don't know, I just felt like today I just was so stressed out. I also painted my nails. I got my toenails done. So ugly. Look at that. Oh my god, so ugly. And I chose this green color, and I got stressed out because I paid $22 to make my toenails look so ugly. And I should just let it go. I should let it go because toenails are not going to kill me. But it was my maximizing, hat on. Like, Daisy, if you're gonna get paid that much money to get your toenails done, you toenails better look effing fantastic. And they don't. I think they're so ugly, but it is what it is. Oh, and also another thing, and this is a complete rant, but I went to get my body lasered, and I forgot to bring my coupon, which could have saved me like at the end maybe $100, and I forgot to bring it, and I just felt so stupid for forgetting things like that because I didn't save the money. And again, I just beat myself up for it, but I paid for it anyways because I already got it lasered. So yeah. So I guess I just need to chill the fuck out and calm down and be okay. So I'll talk to you guys later.